Well, we've heard a lot of buzz about murder hornets. Remember them? The invasive insects appeared in Washington years ago. They have an appetite for honeybees and can decimate hives in just hours. But the world's largest hornet seems to have disappeared from the Pacific Northwest. Fox's Bonnie Silkman is joining us now in the studio with much more on what researchers are seeing, or in this case, not seeing. Bonnie?
That's right, Kim. So murder hornets, as you know, they made big headlines right at the beginning of the pandemic, really. The hornets' giant size, painful sting, and violent tendencies made it a very popular topic. But now the insects seem to have vanished, not only from the cultural discussion, but from the Pacific Northwest. The Asian giant hornet was renamed to the northern giant hornet, and they seem to have completely disappeared in Washington state. That's where they were first detected here. Researchers with the Department of Agriculture put out about 960 traps over the summer. Volunteers put out an additional 373 traps, and so far not a single trap has attracted a single northern giant hornet. And this is typically the time of year when aggressive worker hornets leave the hive and end up in those traps. Many hornets were found in late summer last year. So while they could be out until November, technically, researchers are saying right now that it's possible these insects are gone.
We won't consider them eradicated until we have at least 3 years of no sightings and none caught in traps.
We have to take care of the bees, and the bees take care of us.
Yeah, hornet experts in Washington will continue setting up those traps until we've had 3 consecutive years with no confirmed captures of the northern giant hornet. So time will tell. A total of 4 hives in total have been removed from Washington. For now, there is no sign, though, of nature's biggest bee predator. Kim, back to you.